we'll be live in just a minute.
There we go.
There, now it says we're going live. All right.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. I just want to see if it actually, where is it showing up?
Oh, the link? Oh, I can check.
Yeah, we can check and make sure. I will also check here on YouTube. Yep, it says we're live on YouTube as well. Hey, everybody, welcome. Feel free to drop a comment. Let us know if you have any questions. And if you'd like us to be able to see you in order to see you on StreamYard, there is a link that you'll need to, hold on. Let's see. All right, where is it going? I just want to make sure. I know we've got, there we go. There we go. All right, so I'm seeing the live chat here.
Hi, we've got one that I can see because I'm always the last I find to see them in the comments.
All right. But there was a link usually that shows up that people have to go to if they want us to be able to see them, their comments in the chat. So anyway, say hello and let us know where you're calling in from. Let me get rid of this brand.
I should get like a giant map.
Oh, I see. American Lore Series. Hello. Where are you dialing in from? And what kind of questions do you have that we can answer for you today? So we should introduce ourselves also. So for those that don't know me, my name is April Cox. I am the founder of Little Labradoodle Publishing. I'm also the creator of Self-Publishing Made Simple. Some of you are dialing in from my YouTube channel, Self-Publishing Made Simple with April Cox. We also are live in my Learn to Self-Publish group on Facebook. So tell us. So I see we've got someone from Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome. Facebook ads question. Is the targeting still relevant? I think so. I've been running Facebook ads recently. I know that they've made some changes to their targeting and some things that they were putting. They removed some things you used to be able to target that are no longer available, but I still believe that Facebook is a good alternative for me. If I'm targeting, people with kids in a certain age group, I can get to that through Amazon, through Facebook, where I don't really have that ability on Amazon. I have to look, target at other books maybe that someone would likely be looking at, or interesting keywords, but you can target interests, which I really like, as well as, people with certain age groups or that follow certain types of things or that have certain jobs, certain income levels. All of that is still very valid.
I think so. I was actually playing on it a bit today because I'm by no means an expert on Facebook, but I like to look. And all these ads were popping up. And honestly, I was more interested in the ads that I was looking at more than kind of what I was searching for, to be honest.
Nice. All right. Feel free to post any other questions. No worries if you're typing on your phone. I get it. No worries at all. We are glad to have you here. I think we might have to do a poll though, Vasi, because I'm not sure that this time, 7 p.m. Eastern, is really good for our people, or we're not doing a very good job of getting the word out that we're here live answering questions for anybody who has self-publishing questions, because I know everybody's asking me to do this more, but we don't have too many people showing up at 7 o'clock. Could be the time zone. issues.
Time zone, or I was wondering, I know I've received a few emails that people go to our usual Zoom link.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're getting confused by that. I don't know if you have
Maybe.
the Zoom link open at the same time.
Hi, Nicole. Welcome. I see you. Nicole is one of our author work group graduates. How are things going with you, Nicole? Oh, good. She got the someone says they got the live notification from YouTube on her phone just as it was starting. That's good. Very good. Good. Love to have that.
Oh, she says she's doing well.
Nicole, anything we can answer for you for this live session, or if you'd like to drop in to, live with us on StreamYard, I can post the link and you can come on over and we can bring you up on the screen and we can talk about your new book.
Ooh.
Would you like that, Nicole? Will you come?
There's some advertising live.
Yeah,
there's a different way.
Yeah. Nicole got the live notice on her phone as well. That's good. Good.
Oh, she's at the airport.
Oh, she's at the airport. No, we won't do anything there then.
But you know what, Nicole? If you type a little blurb on the comments, I can share it out for everybody.
Yeah, well, I think she's at the point of getting ready. Oh, but why not?
Sure.
Okay. So, Vasi, do you have the link that I sent you on Facebook Messenger? We can just paste that in.
Yep.
Perfect. I think we have to paste it into the Facebook. I don't think they can see when we post things here
on the comments
on StreamYard. I think we have to actually post it on Facebook.
Okay, so give me 1 sec. I'm going to put it right into the whole group, April.
Yeah, on the Learn to Self-Publish group.
Yep.
Hi, Mag Movies. Welcome. Where are you dialing in from? And why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Vasi, as well?
Sure. So my name's Vasi. I'm also a graduate of the Self-Made Publishing. I am now April's sidekick. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I'm having a great time learning and exploring more about self-publishing. I'm really enjoying actually exploring marketing right now because I find that that's where my growth needs to be. So I'm excited. So I'm hoping that some of you have more questions that we can delve into it. And then I'm going to be learning at the same time as helping April tonight.
Awesome. We have someone joining us from Spain, and there's Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Welcome. Kevin says he has a silly question about separating work tasks so I have more time to write and create. Yeah, well, you know what? I'll give you a little bit of a story. I had one of my author clients who came to me for mentoring, and she said, I just have no time in my schedule at all to do the stuff that I want to do for writing. And so we actually took a look at her calendar, and then we were able to find, when you actually look at task by task, we're able to find some things that a virtual assistant could help her with. We found some things that she was doing, like all kinds of blogging. And even though she thought she wasn't having time to write, but she had given herself some obligations to do, like to write a blogging article once a week. She was also posting to her newsletter and doing other things that were way more than I think was necessary, just given the fact that she was kind of in hiatus. So we talked about potentially just sending an email out to her group to let them know that she was writing a new book and that she was going to take a break from those things, but to stay tuned, and that she would update them occasionally, and that they could follow her And she would let them know when the new book was ready. So we were able to free up a lot of time on her calendar. And the VA that we ended up finding, by the way, there are amazing virtual assistants out there. You can go to upwork.com. You can if you search for virtual assistants and you put the location in of the Philippines, what you will find are some amazing educated women searching for at-home type of activity on virtual assisting, and they do a phenomenal job. And around anywhere from $7 to $10 an hour, they can take a lot of work off of your plate. So that's something that I feel is, I have a virtual assistant. I actually have two, and then I have one third person that I found on Upwork who is doing things like some IT configuration for me. So I try to think about the things that I really love to do, and I hold on to those, and I try to think of the things that just make, that I don't want to, or that just doesn't come as easily to me, and I push those out to a virtual assistant.
I think
Yep.
I can relate to Kevin. So, because I am a school administrator, I guess, by day, and I call myself the children's author by night. And it's true, I get so involved in my writing that I really don't want to leave it to do, obviously, like my regular work job. But I feel it, Kevin. And honestly, I just walk around. I'm like famous for having like a little notebook with me at all times. So then I don't forget if an idea comes to me, or a different way of, or posts that I want to put on social media regarding like my upcoming book. I write it down, but I do try now. I can't do it every day just because some of my school days get really busy, but I do try to schedule in a writing time either early in the morning before I go to work, or actually right before I go to bed. It's kind of, I start my day off right, or I end it off in my happy place, which is my writing. So I'm not sure if that might help you too, Kevin, or not.
Yeah. Blocking the time off on your calendar really does help.
Mhm. Well, we've also got, so here's a good question. So last month was the first time that they've seen results on their Facebook ads, and then all of a sudden sales dropped in May. So the American Lore series, so that's coming from that viewer. They want to know if that's normal.
Yeah, so my understanding is that Facebook made another algorithm change. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of the stuff that you've been seeing is a result of that. So you might want to go take a look or do a little research on what kind of algorithm changes were made and potentially what that could mean for your audience, because perhaps now your audience has really shrunk because they removed something that you're no longer allowed to target or something like that.
Well, could it be because in a separate comment, I just saw that now, they are a contemporary horror and fantasy author. That's cool. That's something different that we haven't had.
Yeah. So Nicole's still waiting for an invite to come and join us,
I
Vasi.
I just saw that she sent me a message, so I'm just flipping over because I posted
Okay.
it. Nicole, can you type for me? Can you at least see the link? Because I've put it in there.
Where are you putting the link? Because I'm seeing her on YouTube.
I put it in the Facebook group.
In the Facebook group.
And they learn to self-publish.
So Mag says, I started making Excels to really understand Amazon ads, but it's very time consuming. And now I create a lot less. I had to reduce my campaigns because I felt like I micromanaged too much without. Well, Amazon ads is a necessary evil when you're doing Amazon, when you are selling on Amazon. You have to be in there. But if you are not really knowledgeable about Amazon ads, it can be really difficult because learning along the way is a little bit tricky. So if you're interested and you want to join us on here together on our StreamYard, we can also have you go in and you can share some of the Amazon ads, and I'm happy to give you some live tutelage while we're here. but it is time consuming. What I try to do, I know there are some gurus out there that have you creating dozens and dozens and dozens of ads. I don't do that. My typical recommendation for the books is to have a automatic ad, have a keyword ad, a manual keyword ad, and then a manual product / category ad. So 3 ads per book, which seems to be a lot more manageable if you ask me. And as long as you're doing good with the types of keywords you're pulling, you've got to have good keywords, and also just, keeping on a weekly basis, just keeping track of those ads. I do have weekly a video that I go through where I walk you through all of the steps that I take every week managing my ads. And I'm happy to share that link if anybody wants to go in and refer to that when you're doing your own ads as well.
I'm just going to interrupt for one quick second, April, just because I'm reading Nicole. So Nicole, it wasn't the 12-week group Facebook group. It's the Learn to Self-Publish. It's one of the newer ones that April made. Because I did try to find you on Messenger too, but to be honest, so many Nicole Smiths came up. I'm afraid to send the link because I don't know which one you were. I apologize. But if you look for that one, it's got the purple heading and it has April on it, just for Learn to Self-Publish with April Cox.
Okay.
And then, sorry, April, to have interrupted. Going on to the next one. So Mag Movies has written that they started making Excels to really understand Amazon ads, but it's really time consuming. And now they've created a lot less. So they're trying to reduce the campaigns because they felt that it was like micromanaging it.
Yeah, that's the one I just went
through. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. No worries. I'm happy to post the link. Let me post it here. I'm still learning how to navigate things. I'm going to post the link on YouTube to get to StreamYard. If you feel like you have a question that you'd like to come on stage and talk through, or Nicole has something to share. So Nicole, you'll see the link on the YouTube channel. And same thing for Mag. If you want to come in and you want to talk about your YouTube ads or whatever, your Amazon ads, then come on over and we're happy to bring you onto the stage with us.
Nicole said that she just requested to join.
Okay, requested to join.
I guess for the new group.
Okay, I'm not seeing.
Nicole, if you find me on Messenger, because I can guarantee I'm the only Vasi on there with the rhombus, ROMBIS, I'll send you the link through there. Maybe that's a lot faster.
Okay.
And then
Mag can't join. No worries at all. So we're here to answer your questions. Anything is fair game. And Vasi also she and I talked prior to coming on here today live that if we don't have a lot of questions, one of the things that we thought would be really helpful to share is Vasi's use of Canva has been phenomenal. She's been doing a lot for me and with me, for our authors and for herself. And so we might do a little bit just to kind of go through and let Vasi share some of her Canva activities and how she's used that, which can also be helpful for you guys as well.
Sure, I can do that. Did you get the question now? So I don't forget. I just feel bad if we miss anybody. Is there a way to as it just jumped on me, is there a way to analyze the ads on Facebook to see which audiences or which target works better?
Oh, I see Nicole. Hold on, I'll add Nicole here. Hey, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Sorry about that. Yes, you made it. All right. I made it.
How are you?
So so tell us a little bit about where you are with your book. Tell those that are online joining us what your book is about. I know you went through the 12-week author group with us, and I have I just love the fact that not only did you write, but you also illustrated your own book, which is just,
I did.
I'm jealous. I don't know how to illustrate anything.
Okay.
I'm jealous that she's at the airport right now flying hopefully like on a great
No,
vacation.
I'm waiting on my daughter actually. So I'm not flying anywhere. I'm waiting on my daughter. But yes, so where I'm at is I have the printed proof in my hand right here.
Nice.
So don't know if you can see it.
I love it.
So the printed proof is in my hand, and it has like 3 changes to be made. And I emailed the print guy, and they did the digital work. It's a local company, and I just stayed local, and they did the digital work for me. They took my images and they digitized them, and then got it ready to print. So we picked the paper, and I'm very tactile, very hands-on. So I really kind of needed to see and feel it, and to talk to the person that was like, working with everything.
How did you
So
find that
to
process?
sit
Because
down
I
with the
also
people.
print with a local company and I love it. Like I recommend it.
Well, he kind of a long story. I live in kind of a small town, and it's just like the printing place that the football team gets their, when you go to the football games,
Right.
the programs are printed by these people, and they're the local card people. You get your business cards, and they do websites too. It's just the local marketing and print and print
I
place.
think it's great though. It's like
It's a print
local
store.
shopping local. I like really love it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And their prices were very. I went to him for like the digital work, and the prices were so reasonable. And the printing price was really reasonable too. So I just decided to stay local, and so here's my book, and we went back and forth, and it's just been a really great experience. And I have like 3 little changes, and I send it in, and tomorrow, if I give the go ahead, we're gonna do the first run of the printing. So I've got a list of people that want the book, and got
So
their names
tell
down.
us, tell us
Anyway, so my
about,
book.
tell us about what the book is about.
Go ahead.
It's around anxiety, right?
It's actually about like mental health and of young kids, about choosing, like, making good choices about their behavior, like whenever they get upset or they get sad, and a lot of times kids don't have the words. I'm like crooked. Um, they don't have like the vocabulary when they get mad or upset, or they get sad or depressed, and they really don't have the vocabulary to say when they get sad, and they just act sometimes. So and sometimes if they do act, it's good to like go over their actions, and like,
Mm-hmm.
and to say, well, what could you do instead? So there's several scenarios in here, and like, well, when you get blue, is it good to do this or good to do that? And so that's kind of what this book is about. And also it gives some choices, and including what we have outside that's you know nice and bright right there. So, and then also the power of positive thinking. So it covers a whole lot of things. So, and
Wonderful.
And they're
I
all
think it's good
relevant.
for all ages, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's
So, I did
supposed
want,
to be for
well,
younger kids,
yeah.
but
Well, I'm definitely
Mhm.
looking forward to it. Let us know when the book is ready to launch so that we can support your efforts also. I'll send out the
Mhm.
notification to my list as well. We'll get some things posted on
Okay.
social for you as well. And before I let you go, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to provide for folks out there that are considering doing the author work group that's coming up in June. How's your
Yes.
experience been, and would you recommend it for others?
Oh, most definitely. If you have like the self-focusing, I did a little research, and I thought I kind of knew what I was going to do, and I thought that I kind of had a handle on it, because I you know went here and had a Discord, and kind of and I had some friends that had done it, and thought I kind of had a handle on it. Mm-mm. No, people, you don't know. Join April's group. She knows what she's talking about. And she knows this way and that way and around the way and backwards and forwards. She can tomater it, put it in reverse, and go backwards and forwards. Okay? Just saying.
Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. So I see we've got Frank in there looking to come in as well. So we're gonna have Frank. Hey, Frank, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Give us a little introduction about you and what issue you want to talk about today.
Hi, so I'm sorry, I just got out of the shower, so yeah, that's why I look like this.
Oh,
But yeah, so I am a contemporary horror, contemporary fantasy author. I was the one asking about the Facebook ads. Um, Long story short, I started taking my writing seriously around 2016, 2017. I first started selling the books by myself at art markets, and then I was making money that way.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic happened. I got laid off by my job with Tesla. I was working at Tesla at the time. And when that happened, I decided to pursue the writing full time. So I sold the books at art markets. I was in the news because I sold the books at bars because I did a promotion called "Buy a Book, Get a Free Shot." And
Now
so that
there's
worked.
some creative thinking there, Frank.
That's
And
just something I've not heard from anyone
Yeah.
else yet. Kudos to you
Well,
for thinking outside the box there. That's awesome.
I mean, it worked, but after a year, I got sick of doing it, and I just felt after a while, it's just like I said, I got sick of doing it, and I decided like, okay, if I keep doing this, it's going to stop me from wanting to write and pursue the books more.
Right.
So I still do the art markets, and now basically I was working part time. I was working as a starving artist during this time, so I was taking odd jobs, um, working at factories, working at warehouses, and as I kept writing more books and trying to increase physical sales, and I made a mistake of like maybe I should have been focusing on online sales at the time.
Yeah, I was
But
going to
also,
ask you, how are your books selling on Amazon?
it's getting better because this year I just decided like, okay, I'm just going to focus my time, money, and energy on getting online sales up. So
Okay.
starting in January, I started like my idea was I'm going to focus on Facebook ads, and once I get that working, I'll move on to Amazon ads because I thought Facebook ads are a lot cheaper and like I get a little more data to work with.
Well, I don't know that that's really the case. I think it depends on how you're targeting things, but so people on Amazon are there to purchase books, people or purchase something, right? So if they're looking for books and they see your ad, they're there to purchase something. Where people on Facebook are there probably just to check in with their family, check things out, look at videos. They're not necessarily there to purchase. So it's really, even though you might have less costly ads there, are they the right targeted people who are primed and ready to purchase? That's kind of the question that I have.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like I said, well, my thought process at the time was like I had so when I was doing the physical book sales, um, I was trying to do Facebook and Amazon ads, and even BookBub, and I was not seeing success. I was actually losing money, and I got disinterested and disheartened from doing online ads. But then last year, like I kept getting returning customers. I get people emailing me saying like, "Hey, you really are a good writer." And I also realized like the way I'm going to actually make money is no longer from physical sales, but from online sales. So that my mindset was like, okay, let me start with Facebook ads because I feel like that's the cheapest way to get started. Like actually, I didn't mind losing money that way.
Yeah. So Frank, one of the things that I'd love to do with you, if you can share a link to your Amazon, one of your Amazon books, I'd love to take a look and maybe do a little critique of the book listing, because a lot of the things that holds us back from selling online typically is, how are things, is the cover good? Are there, how's the description? so if I could help you by maybe critiquing some of that for you, then potentially that can improve and increase your odds of making more online sales.
Okay, give me one moment. I'm getting a link.
No problem.
I know too, Frank, not necessarily that this is something that you like, but because you're the one who mentioned how much you love writing, have you ever thought of even ghostwriting for those out there who can't write? So even
I never was introduced to that. I just never had the opportunity or was introduced to that opportunity. It's not like would I say no, but like I said, I never had the opportunity to do that. Okay. I'm sending on the comments part.
Or I can Google it and put it in the chat if it helps.
Yeah, just let us know what the name of the book is and we'll find you.
Okay, I just sent it in the chat. Did you guys get it? If not, I'll just give you the name of the book.
Okay, let's see. I see it on chat. Okay, so let me go ahead and share. I'm going to move it over to my other machine here, my other monitor. All right.
While you're doing that, April. Oh,
you got it? Can you guys see?
Yep.
All right. So I love the cover. I really love the cover. That looks really good. I'm just going to go take a look inside, see how that looks. Looks like you're showing enough information to give people some insights into what your writing looks like. So that's good. That's very good. So you've got the Kindle, the hardcover, the paperback. I think the pricing looks fine. It doesn't it doesn't seem out of the ordinary or what I would expect. I love that you have a series. You've got 6 books in the series. So the one thing, now this is book 1. One thing that I've seen others do is put their first book as free in the series from the Kindle perspective to allow to kind of capture that reader base and lead them into the rest. Have you tried any of that yet?
So on and off for the past couple of years, like originally just try to get more reviews, also try to get more people buy the other books. Mm-hmm. But every time I did on Amazon, the free limited time for like 2 weeks thing, I would get hundreds of downloads, but I did not see any results from them. Like not even reviews or like other
read through.
No. And like I said, the downloads will be within a couple of days, 200 downloads.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen, you've got 61 ratings here. 4.4. It looks like this 1 star kind of threw things off, but the majority are 4 and 5 star. So to me, that says that, that this is a good book that people are appreciating. You've got the social proof there. Not seeing A+ content. Oh yeah, you do have some A+ content. Okay, so this is, and you have the ability to cross promote these others. I'm not seeing anything here that I would do any differently. I mean, this looks like you've done a really good job on this. But I would be sending, I'd be using Amazon ads for sure.
Okay.
And then testing read through, even running ads to the free book and doing and trying to get that read through for the others, but really analyzing well. When I put the book for free, I got this many downloads, and then how many of those basically turned into sales on book 2, book 3, book 4.
Yeah.
And if you don't have read through, I'd be looking for people, some beta readers or folks to be able to say, hey, look, read the story. When you get to the end of book 1, why aren't people, moving forward to continue the series? Is there any feedback that they have for you?
So the thing I find strange is like, because I still do the art market sales because I'm using the money from the art market sales to fund the advertising cost.
Yep.
Right.
So the thing is, like, it's very encouraging because it's happening more often. I'm getting people coming back buying more books, even people who bought books a couple of years ago. And I say this, like, be honest, all the books this year I had to get re-edited because one of the things I kept being told is like, hey, we love the story, but there's been grammar issues. And unfortunately, the editors I hired, or it was my fault, I should have hired more editors to look over my work instead of 1 or 2.
Okay.
So I paid the money to have 2 more editors go through each book again, just to clean it up for the customers.
Okay. One of the things that I do too is, Pro Writing Aid captures, spelling and grammar and all of that stuff. So if you're able to use that tool, it's going to be well worth the investment versus paying a ton of money for additional editors. If you've got a good editor that can do line and copy edit, you shouldn't have to get multiple editors, maybe just time to change in. But that's definitely something that can turn people off from going into the next, next one. The other thing that I would say, I'm wondering too, if you've done anything with Kindle Vella yet.
I think I read like the pros and cons for it, and I had to side with the cons about the whole like pay as you go thing. Only because like I was not a fan of the Kindle Unlimited because I just felt like I was not seeing a lot of money from it. It's like, okay, I'm getting people reading the books, but I'm only getting like $1 or $2 from the sale or from the whole book.
Kindle Vella is different than Unlimited, but I did an interview on my YouTube channel. It might want to check it out, where I interviewed one of my author friends who's put her work out on Kindle Vella, and she makes about $400 or $500 a month just on the stuff that she releases on Vella, which is kind of interesting because you can post those stories and get people interested in what you're doing, and they can also provide you with feedback. And at the end, you have to wait 30 days, but then you can turn it into a book. So I think it's a great way of getting more fans, and it's more of like a competitor of Wattpad. So it's more serialized. You put a few serial posts out there that kind of, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 kind of thing could be something like that. And then they purchase if they want more. And so it can give you some feedback as well. And then, like I said, it doesn't mean that you can't also go and post or take all the information later and create a book out of it, which is really nice.
Could I do that with the old books or the previous books?
No, unfortunately, no. It has to be brand new, never have been published elsewhere. So you have to use original content, but it's a great way, especially for those for those people online who are saying, I'd like to write and I want to get into a writing habit, but it takes a long time to write a novel, and it takes a lot of, you have to stick to it. But if you are able to actually, put serialized content out there, and you're doing short stints, a chapter at a time, and that gives you a little bit of I don't know, a little kick in the pants of, I have to keep, I have to keep going chapter by chapter by chapter. And it also gives people, like, some of them are saying, where would you think this is going to go next? Or who should she choose, Rick or Arthur? And it lets them give you feedback or kind of like help you and that's fun for the people that are on the other end saying, oh, I get to kind of give the author feedback on the direction that they should go. So it's kind of, it gives people who love to read an opportunity to really play a bigger part and a bigger role in what you're doing.
Mhm.
Well, Kevin also said that he had a good experience, so he's used Vela, and then he said it's going to be one more, to add on to his to-do list. I have a question from one of the viewers for you, Frank. They're asking that your book is about 170 pages. Could it be that maybe the short length is something to reconsider?
No, because I actually did thought about that for a long time, and there's a couple of reasons why not. And it's because of, from my personal experience, from what I met from the customers, is that one, they like the fact that I get straight to the point. Like there's no fluff. That's been continual comments I've been getting. And two is also like I think the page count may be depending on the format. Like I could do, if I did double space, I could get to 250 pages. But is it really 250 pages, or is it still 170 pages? If that makes sense.
Well, it's a novella, right? So, I mean, basically, I think there are some people out there that do like the shorter content and, having quick reads, which is good. And I'm looking at, fresh take on a familiar storyline, great original story.
If no one's ever mentioned it, then I guess it's something. It was just one viewer's take, maybe just giving advice of maybe because you were wondering why maybe.
Yeah, but I do think about that, so it's not something I haven't, I don't consider. But
if the feedback hasn't warranted it, or one of the editors, yep.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. I hope you'll tune in and feel free to come and join us live on Mondays. We're happy to keep up with you and follow your journey as well.
Yeah, thank you for letting me talk to you. And also, before you go, I just want to say thank you for making the videos, because I started following you a couple months ago because I was just trying to get better with the online advertisement, and your videos has been very insightful. Like I got a lot of good information from them.
Oh, thank you. So happy to hear that. Have a wonderful evening. Take care.
Thank you.
Switching topics now, April, if we can get our brains in the mindset of awards. And I feel like it's award season because I've been getting some emails reminding me to apply for this award or that. So Nicole was just wondering. So she mentioned that she's going to submit for the Caldecott at the end of the year. But maybe just talk about a little bit of our experiences with awards and maybe where to find some, or some of the ones that are more familiar.
So I had a recent interview with the individual who founded Book Award Pro, and I was so impressed with what they're doing and the fact that they have free accounts for people to go and get notified for all of the book awards that are coming, and they have paid options, but they also have free options. And prior to that, I was going through and kind of keeping a list of awards, and I would start with the list of the ones that the Alliance of Independent Authors recommended, and then I was expanding that to find out like what time of the year do certain ones take applications, and adding comments and adding links. Well, when I interviewed for Book Award Pro, I was so impressed. I said, I'm all done maintaining this list because I'm just going to recommend everybody go to bookawardpro.com and get your free account. And that will notify you of all of the awards that are coming. And the first question that I asked her was, are your awards that you're promoting the recommended awards from Ally, the Alliance of Independent Authors, because they have a watchdog desk and they have like different ratings for the awards. And I found that she is actually the advisor that works with with the Alliance of Independent Authors and giving them their list of awards and that. So they work very closely with Ally, and anything that Ally finds that is, you know, an award that's not recommended or whatever, then she's, you know, on her end, identifying that and pulling that from the list. As far as I understand, they're pretty much in sync. So I would definitely recommend that. And I'm also gonna put a plug in here for the North Street Book Prize. This is something that this is the third year that I sponsor. I go to, and it's called winningwriters.com, I believe. But North Street Book Prize is one of their contests. It is a great book award that you can go into. And all of the different folks like myself that sponsor the award, we provide free things for anybody that enters the award. And I think that the entry fee, I believe, is $75. And you will get free stuff from every single one of the sponsors, whether it's, you know, a free discounted item that they offer or whatever, but you are going to get more money and more value for just entering than your entry fee. So I highly recommend checking that out.
Is that $75 per category, April?
You know, I'm going to go pull up winningwriters.com and let me see. I'll put that. So it is a $10,000 grand prize for the North Street Book Prize. I'm going to go share. Let me share my screen because I have it up now. Share.
Well, if you haven't watched that video already, because we had that a couple of weeks ago, so you can check on April's YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the Book Awards Pro.
Yeah. So this one is the winningwriters.com and the North Street Book Prize. If I go to contests, North Street Book Prize, this is one, as I mentioned, that I do sponsor along with all of these other sponsors. So this is Self-Publishing
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Do you get to pick? Are you involved in it at all? That's just a separate aside. Do you get to look at any of the books? Do you get
No. I just
sponsor.
I just sponsor by and everybody that goes to apply. So this is submit February 15th through June 30th. So it's through the end of June here. And you're going to have the opportunity to choose from a number of different categories. But one grand prize winner is going to receive $10,000. Top winners in each category receive $1,000. Honorable mention receives $300, and the entry is $75 per book. So and they go through submittable. Yeah. So and all contestants get, you know, there's things from each and every sponsor that you're going to get as part of your submission to this book prize. So I think it's very, and North Street, I should say, Winning Writers, they also have critiques that if you want to get a critique, you can get a critique from them, and they will look at it and provide you information. This is prior to entering any of their contests. You can actually have a consult with them and get information, and they'll give you critiques that you can then work to incorporate into your book and then submit to different contests. So I really love working with them, and I've had them and interviewed them on my YouTube channel a couple of times, and they've come in to talk with my authors. So I do highly recommend them.
Nice. I remember you're a big favorite when I was in the group. So like Reader's Favorite was another one, and I really liked.
It's one that you can turn around. It's not necessarily, well, they do have an award thing. Yes. What I typically like to use Reader's Favorite for is to be able to get an editorial review. So Reader's Favorite and Midwest Book Review are two that get turned around pretty quickly, and you can quote some of their for their editorial reviews, kind of put it on the back cover. If you get a 5-star, which is very common from readers' favorite, you can put the medallion on your front cover. And they do offer a free review. You can expedite the review and get it turned around in 2 weeks for a fee of $60. So that's what I always recommend my authors do, is expedite it, get that 2-week turnaround, and then utilize their quotes on your back cover, get that medallion for your front cover. It's just one more way of having people stop the scroll. If they see that there's a medallion, an award, or something else going on, it stops the scroll and makes them check out your book, whether you're doing that online or if it's on the front cover and your book is in a bookstore. Same thing. People are like, oh, this is an award-winning book.
It is, I have to say. And I also do, because I sell mine at the art events too. And I put like the sticker, like you said. So I've got the 5-star favorite from readers' favorite on mine. But I also I won a Story Monster, and I find it says that Story Monster's approved. And I guess because I'm a children's book author, that one kind of has a special place for me, because that one was voted by children. So I'm like, oh, the kids liked it. So I'm like, I'm very proud when I put that sticker on. Yeah, but there's something about putting those stickers on the books, I have to say, that I find very rewarding.
Yeah, right.
I was just looking down. Nicole was asking, she was just saying anything more, but I think you touched upon it, just more of like for the standard children's awards. And I think she touched upon that, Nicole. And like we've mentioned, so April Nicole's like, I want the stickers. They're really cool. I have to say, I like sticking them on. And it's interesting because you get to see the readers actually touch it. But, that's just me, I guess, because I'm more
but with print on demand, you're also going to want, something that you can actually put digitally there, so that when the book gets printed and sent out to people, it has that. I mean, it's different if you want stickers to be able to affix and put when you're, doing something at an event, or if people are buying things, signed copies off of your website. That's different, but it's cool to be able to then post that medallion on your front cover as well.
It is. I think it's when you win. So when I've actually won, besides the 5-star for the reader's favorite, they do give me one that I could put on the digital. But the most the issue for me was I printed and then I won after the fact, because some of them take a long time to get back to you. So I don't mind the stickers, but you're right. They have given me the one. So when I do a reprint, they will have the digital imprint on instead of the actual stickers. But yeah, I'm like Nicole, there's something about putting the cute stickers on. We are getting a compliment from Spencer. He's just saying that they're really glad that we're on YouTube Live, because they're finding it more convenient, I guess, than watching the regular videos. So there's another compliment for you.
Thank you, Spencer. We're always happy I'm going to try to do more lives. Actually, this is going to be every 7 p.m. Eastern every Monday. And I'm also put a poll on the community tab on my YouTube channel. If you could go in and vote, is 7 p.m. Eastern too early? Is it a bad day? Because I want to be able to get as much participation as possible. So if a different day is better, just kind of vote on the poll or enter some comments in there, because we want to be able to do this at a time that's more helpful for folks and can get more participation as well.
I think it's the time zones differences.
That's what I was worried about.
Some people say 8's too late, then should it be a compromise, 7:30? But then it's easier when it's on the hour. But
right. Either that, or maybe I need to do, maybe do a couple, or rotate them, or maybe go live at a couple of different days of the week and different times. So I'm considering doing more of that.
Oh, Christy says this is a good time. So,
hi, Christy, nice to see you. Feel free to post any questions you have. And Vasi, are you going to do you want to share talk a little bit about how you're using Canva? Because I know we said that we were going to touch on that. And if folks want you to share, then, I'm okay staying a little bit longer if you are.
I can, or I was going to say, do you want to hold on to that till next Monday, and then we could do a whole, even a half hour on it?
That sounds really good. Yeah. So if you're thinking that, you'd like to know a little bit better about how to use Canva for social media, for other things that we're creating for our authors and that authors can use Canva for as well, then why don't we do that? Why don't we say Monday, this coming Monday, we'll go live and talk more about Canva, and we'll save some Q&A time for you guys as well. So I'll set up that session, and we'll set expectations ahead of time, Vasi. Then we'll maybe we'll design a little cover on Canva that we can put in there so that people will know what to expect with our next live.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I love it. So April introduced it. Honestly, I wish when I was teaching in the classroom I had Canva because I'm having so much fun with it. Nicole, you'd like it. It's got all, I don't know. It's got all the neat little trinkets, but I've made, just to give everybody, I guess, like quick idea of what we talk about next week. So I've made my own business cards on it. I've designed the banner that I bring to my events on it. My coloring pages. So one of my freebies that I use, the JPEGs that I put on for my book launches. I first designed them there. My social media posts. I'm currently trying to think outside the box and coming up with a new freebie for my new book that's coming out in the next month or so. Honestly, I love it. We've been helping some of our authors with it. It's great. Like, I use it honestly for almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to use. I think that's the best for me. It's a simple tool.
Yep.
And it backs up, so you don't have to worry about saving because it's, on the web. I love it.
Pat says she uses it, Canva, for bookmark, sales sheet, media kit. Yep, love it.
Yep, done that too. Oh, sales. Oh, yes, I did. Thank you. Yep, my new school sales sheet. Yep, thanks, Pat, for that reminder. Yep, I've done that too. Oh, Nicole uses Procreate. Yep.
So, guys, we also have an upcoming author work group that's going to be starting on June 20th. So I'm going to be talking more about that. I have some Q&A sessions on my upcoming events so that you can participate live with us on Zoom and bring your questions for that. I will also publish it. I'll publish and go live on YouTube as well. But if you want to be part of that and participate in the Zoom call, you can. I'm going to post a link to my selfpubmadesimple.com website, and you can also. So let me just see, selfpubmadesimple.com/upcoming.
And that's next Monday at 8.
Events. So I have a couple of episodes out there, a couple of sessions, and I'm putting the upcoming events link. So I have a lot more than just those sessions coming. There's a lot of great people that you probably have been watching on my YouTube channel, all of the great interviews we have. Well, why not join us live and participate in some of those sessions? If it's happening at a time that's convenient for you, come on and join in. We have a limited number of seats for the upcoming session for our author work group. That is 12 weeks of amazing work group online. We get together with, usually there's about 30 people working together to get their books published. And every week we learn lessons. There's at least one marketing topic. And we go through from having your manuscript complete. We go through the editing. We go through the illustration or cover design. We go through book design and everything you need to know from end to end about how to self-publish your book. So if this is something that you expect to do and you need the help and the hand-holding so that you're not digging through mounds and mounds of information, then come to one of those informational sessions, ask your questions, and we'll be talking more about that. Nicole says, very supportive, extremely well designed. Thank you, Nicole. So yeah, we have a limited number of seats left, and we want to make sure that we're able to support you. So join us with your questions, and the cart is open. We'll talk more about that for those that are interested in grabbing a slot with us. Anyway, thank you, Vasi, for your time. It's always great having you here with me. And thank you guys for joining. We'll continue to go live and try to give you some different topics you can expect in our live sessions so that you can plan to attend. And thank you guys for joining us on Facebook. This has been just a great session, and we'll continue to do that. Mark your calendars for Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern and join us.
If you have anything, I'm just going to add, April, if you have anything that comes to mind over the next week that you'd like to see in the upcoming Mondays,
oh yes,
just message it into the Facebook group, and then April and I will be prepared that Monday night for you.
Absolutely. That's always helpful to know what kind of topics you want us to talk about. I have got one that I'm working on with that is going to blow your minds. And I'm trying to think about whether I want to do that live or want to do that on a Zoom session. So more information coming with AI that I just discovered something that AI is doing for me that usually takes me 3 hours to get done, and it is blowing my mind how much time it's saving me. So that's just a little teaser on what you're going to learn soon with one of the upcoming sessions.
And just for there's a few latecomers, April, just before we sign off, there will be a replay in the Facebook group.
Yeah, it's live in Facebook, and you'll also be able to replay it as well on YouTube. So you can go ahead and do that. And we will be live here every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. If that time does not work for you, please go to the community tab on YouTube and vote and tell me what day and time works better. We're continuing to adjust and work it out so that we can have more live participation. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Good night.